We're having this chat because you said to me yesterday something that I got really excited about, and we'll get into why later on. But you said that Focus Home Interactive won Gamescom, if we want to be sensational about it. And that's an amazing prospect. How has that come about?
I think in a year where the big three aren't really doing Gamescom because COVID and everything else, and people aren't ready to go back to these events yet, the mid-tier has kind of like jumped in and been like, hey, it's our chance to shine. Like, say, you got Focus Home, and they're 4 games that are absolutely really good that I enjoyed from the show. You've got Crafton, who turned up with the Callisto Protocol and Moonbreaker, what we call double A's before, possibly.
That was a really big part of the whole kind of mix of stuff that was coming out, right? You'd have your big publisher, your big kind of platform holder games, but you'd have all this double A stuff that had a bit more leeway to be inventive because there weren't like hundreds of millions of dollars riding on it.
Yeah, exactly that.
If you look at the stuff that Focus Home Interactive have done in the past, I just like scanned the list on Wikipedia, and there's like so many little things pop out. Like, I love that. Styx Master of Shadows, Vampire, Greedfall. There's a bunch of others. There's that game where you drive a truck through the snow. It's like, these are all like really great games that you wouldn't get hundreds of millions plowed into them, but also they're way too involved and way too technical for like a 1 or 2 man studio to do, you know?
And I think possibly like the genesis of things like PS Plus Premium and Game Pass are really helping these shine a light on them, because I think of the 2 or 3 of the 4 games that I mentioned in the piece that goes alongside this, 2 of them are coming to Game Pass possibly on day 1, and that means everyone that's got a subscription can just try it out. A Plague Tale, there's a sequel to Innocence at the show, which was Plague Tale Requiem, and something like that was a sleeper hit last generation. Like it became massive off the back of not a lot of people were thinking it would. And so with Focus Home being like, okay, so here's like kind of what leads our pack, and here's the rest that follow, with big licenses like Aliens as well. It's not like these are things that are designed to just get a few people's attention. These are bigger games that are being put out in front of people to be like, look, while Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo are kind of fannying about, here's what we can do. It's not just killing time, it's making the most of the time that you've got in between the big hits.
Your favorite game of the show was Evil West, right? Yeah. Am I right in saying that?
Correct, yes.
Would you say that like exemplifies what we're talking about?
Yeah, exactly that. In fact, what that game reminds me of most is Bulletstorm, which was from the 360 generation, which is exactly in this remit. It's not quite AAA, it's big enough that people are going to notice, and it's big, dumb, loud, and can put loads of swear words in it that you probably would get on the AAAs because they've got more marketing stuff to be concerned about. And it kind of lives into that, like, hey, let's just have fun with it because we're making the game we want to make vibe, rather than we're making a game that's got to sell 10 million, otherwise they're coming for our heads.
There is that sweet spot, isn't there? It's like you want enough money to make the thing, but not so much money that there's lots of people in a shirt and tie telling you to rein it in.
Yes, exactly that. And I think Evil West and Flying Wild Hog, that exemplifies that entirely. Those guys don't compromise on their vision. And I think you can see that from blasting a vampire with dynamite and then pistol whipping it and then kicking it off a cliff.
Cheers for watching. If you want to find out more about the showing that AA publishers made at Gamescom, Dom's written a fantastic piece about it, which I've linked in the description. Like and subscribe and all that. I mean, if you want, I'm not your mum. And check out the weekly VG 24/7 Best Games Ever podcast if you quite like listening to people mugging off their boss. I should probably stop doing that, actually.